Hey, and we're live. Hello, everybody. Welcome. My name's Denarius. For those who don't know me, I'm the host of this little tech show podcast, whatever it is, called Vtuber Gaming Talk, in which we talk about Vtuber. We talk about video games and video game-related topics with another Vtubers. So, and tonight we have a recently debuted Catboy over here. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, for sure. My name is Farrell. I'm your friendly neighborhood catboy disaster, and I'm also the aspect of love. And I'm quite the gamer, gamer for sure.
There we go. Part of the reason why you're here. So yeah, I'm going to start with the usual question for first timers in here. What are your favorite games?
Okay. I grew up playing World of Warcraft. I don't play much of it anymore, but World of Warcraft was definitely what got me started in a lot of things. And I've been really liking Roblox, actually.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Roblox is a very varied type of game. Like, you have a lot of game modes in that, like different game genres altogether. Yeah, there's a lot. I play a pet sim. Pet sim's a lot of fun. I have a kind of a pet sim addiction in some ways. I just think it's a lot of fun to collect pets. I love collectathons. I don't know if you play many of those. I played a few.
Yeah. Do you like them? Do you enjoy collectathons?
I enjoy platforming in general, so collectathons are just part of the course for me. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see.
Like your Banjo-Kazooies, your Crash Bandicoot, stuff like that. That's the thing I grew up with.
Okay, yeah, I grew up with like Sly Cooper, and kind of games like that. Sly Cooper and Jack and Dexter a little bit.
Ooh. Yeah, those are really good. I actually want to try out the Sly Cooper series one in the future.
They're really, really good. I would say probably, I know I might be a little bit biased, might be speaking through a little bit of like rose-colored glasses, but I would say that Sly Cooper is still like peak, top, best game you could ever try. So if you haven't tried it, you definitely should.
There's a lot of
really good.
There's a lot of PS2 games that I need to try out, like Jack and Dexter, Ratchet and Clank. Specifically Ratchet and Clank, I've been keeping an eye.
Ratchet and Clank.
I've been keeping an eye. I keep keeping an eye out on Ratchet and Clank recently because of a clip that it's being shared around of Captain Quark just talking out with a monkey. I just want to experience that myself. It's just so funny.
It's very good. If for some reason you don't have time to play it, actually, there was a Ratchet and Clank movie that was actually really good, and was essentially just the first game.
Yeah, I actually remember that. I was confusing it because they also released a game of, like, a remake of the first game on PS4. I thought it was. I was confusing the movie and the game because both were named just Ratchet and Clank. It was confusing, but yeah, I know about the movie. I need to watch it too. Once I get down to play the games, I need to actually watch it.
Do you have a list of games that you're intending to play?
Actually, yeah, I do. But it's a mess. Like it's a mess.
Not very organized.
No, it's not very organized because I just put in that list everything that I want to either replay for stream or just want to play for the first time. So right now I just finished playing Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the game, for example. And
how was that?
That was really fun. If you don't mind the little bug you need to do to get across the game, because the game is hard. It's a beat 'em up. It's a short game, but experiencing it with all the characters is the way to go. So you might as well want to level up everything. It's kind of fun once you just breeze through it.
Yeah. So do you like 100% games that you play?
I play a lot of games. Usually, if I can or want, I go for 100%. But usually, the ones that I actually dedicate to 100% are the ones that I absolutely adore. Like, there is, I think, two indie games that I decided to just go for 100%, and I completed 100% of a series so far, which is Guacamelee, for example. Guacamelee so far has 2 games, technically 3 if you count the re-released with the special edition and stuff. But Guacamelee 1 and 2 are the ones that I completed 100%, and I'm so proud of those two. Those two are super fun.
I don't think I've actually ever heard of that game before.
It's a sort of beat 'em up platforming game that you need to explore a world on it. There's just a 2D platformer that you just need to explore different zones, collect different stuff, and defeat the final boss. But you have different endings depending on how much you completed of the game. Like, you got everything collected. You got this secondary mission that expands over the whole game. If you did or not, and you are incentivized to re-explore older zones because you get abilities once you complete certain main story things. So if you don't have that ability yet, you come back later when you have it and just explore that zone. It's kind of interesting.
Oh, okay, that sounds really cool. It sounds like a game that you can kind of replay a couple times and really still enjoy it.
Oh yeah, it is. Like, if you like Mexican theming stuff, it's kind of funny how much inspiration they got from that, and it's super good. Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Then the other game that I tried to 100% complete was Yakuza 0. That was the only Yakuza game that I decided, fuck it, I'm going for it. Even though I love the series entirely, that one is my favorite. I have to admit.
It seems I've never actually played a Yakuza game. But it seems they seem very involved.
Yeah, they go hard on this story. If you like an action movie story about a Japanese gang member that just turns out a new leaf or wants to do it, but everybody just wants a piece of him, yeah, that's the way to go.
That sounds pretty good, actually. I might have to put it down on my list of games to play. I have a physical list as well. But they're games that I already own, that I was kind of thinking about playing for stream, but it's not a cohesive list. Yeah, I started making a list and I felt really silly, so I stopped making the list.
I mean, lists are a good way to organize your stuff. Like, I like keeping up a list of things that I want to like either play or do, just to keep my head organized on what I want to do next. And so far, I need to organize my list better because I'm now stuck on Halo. God,
Halo!
Yeah, I started Halo Reach yesterday with a couple of friends, and I'm planning on having them just tour me in on the series because I got Master Chief Collection recently. So
that's really cool. That's quite a coincidence of timing because my roommates actually just started playing the Halo series.
Oh.
Yeah, so we have a roommate group chat, and they're talking about like, did you buy it? Did you get the Master Chief Collection? And it was just cool that you did the same thing. It's like you live with us.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm just trapped with two nerds that just carry me through the games at this point. I don't understand anything.
Yeah. Anytime that I play a game that like takes any sort of like like aim or skill, they are going to carry me. Like if anybody ever wants to game with me, they better be strong because they are carrying me across the map. Like they are taking care of me.
Pretty much.
That's why I mostly play single player games. The only like multiplayer type games that I've played are games that you can spend an exuberant amount of time on, like I said earlier, World of Warcraft. And then the trick is getting people to play with you, not you jumping in and playing with them. So usually when a friend plays World of Warcraft with me, I end up going back to the starting zone and helping them out.
I mean, yeah, it kind of helps out when you are hard on the grind at the moment and pretty much late game. When you want people to introduce themselves, yeah, you kind of have to carry them a little.
Yeah,
honestly, in some games, like I have that experience because I'm a Warframe player, right? I've played Warframe for almost I think it's over 2,000 hours at this point. And the new player experience is basically, yeah, I'm pretty much cleaning house here and helping you level up.
Yeah. My partner plays Warframe. I played for a little bit. I say a little bit. I think let me actually just take a peek at how many hours I have in Warframe.
Yeah.
Take a sneak peek real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Not that many actually. It felt a lot longer than it is. But I've put about 13 hours into Warframe. It's not that much time actually.
No.
I think I've put more time into Pal World than I have Warframe.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Honestly, I also grinded a little bit on Pal World, but I think after 50
Yeah.
hours I got bored of it.
That's totally fair.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the new
Yeah.
update.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have said like that the game fell off or something like that. But it's like you just finished the content that's there.
I mean, it's an early access. For an early access, that's a lot of content. If you ask me,
it's a lot of content. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I played other early access games that do have a little bit more content or more to do, but that usually comes out on repetition. Like, you know roguelites, right? Usually when you see an early access of those, the most content you will get is through repetition, like for different runs and different items you get. But once you have experienced all the items, weapons, or whatever, what have you, yeah, there's just a waiting for new content.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's I think a lot of people the way that people treat video games is the way that I think a lot of people actually look at anime and TV shows. And that if it isn't 100% like progression, then it's quote unquote like filler. So even if it's like a side quest or something like that, I think a lot of people see side quests as filler. When in reality, that's kind of what makes a universe to me, is all the little things you can do on the side.
I mean, yeah, filler usually, unless it's like useless filler, which usually just retold story that has been already told. Usually the filler arc are usually what world building is, if you ask me. Like in anime, in
absolutely.
movies, and in video games especially, because in video games, like I'm gonna use Yakuza for an example here. In Yakuza 0, for example, you get the main story and then you get a side story that goes throughout the whole game, right? And that side story basically builds up background story for the main characters, so they have something else outside of punching people, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
having like side quests is just really good, I think.
But yeah, side stories are usually important for a game, like super important. For a game and a franchise, because in some cases, like, you got side stories that tie in with other games or tie in with previous entries of a series, which it's kind of cool. I love when they reference past events in those stories.
Yeah, there's like in the I mean, obviously because it's a series, but I know that Sly Cooper has like little things that just kind of build on top of each other. And that's something that I really appreciate in games. Like I said, I play a lot of single player. I don't think I've played many AAA games, actually.
I mean,
when I was... Oh, go ahead.
Munchie says here, Cyberpunk is mostly side story. I feel it does a great job with world building. I mean, yeah. If you're on the know that of D&D, you will... Technically, most people will know Cyberpunk for either the anime or the game, but it's actually a variation of D&D too. Kind of like Vampire the Masquerade, for example. Cyberpunk started as a sort of D&D type of board game. So, in theory, Cyberpunk is their own story based on that, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I've never played Cyberpunk.
I actually need to grab it now that the game, quote unquote, is fixed and it has a lot of content to go through it. But yeah, Cyberpunk is your go-to if you want an experience, like if you want to experience a single-player shooter that has RPG and D&D elements. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, I've added Cyberpunk to my list. I just wrote it down. I don't know if you could tell I was writing something down.
I don't know about fix it, but it's better. Yeah. But
I know my partner is super into Cyberpunk as well. He's the gamer. Maybe you should have him on your show.
I mean, if he's a VTuber, why not? I'll add him to the list too.
He's not yet. Not yet. I'm trying to convince him. He's the type that, you know, the type of person that gets into a Discord call and they stream their game and they narrate their game and they talk about their game, but for some reason they won't do it live. They won't do it on Twitch.
Yeah,
that's what he does.
I mean, some people feel more comfortable just on a Discord call than a stream. I guess because they don't want evidence of that recorded.
No, he wants to be a streamer really bad. He just there's just some sort of roadblock. I think he wants everything to be perfect before he tries.
I mean, this stuff is part of it technically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Also, you know, his computer's in our bedroom. I have the cool streamer room, so if I went to bed while he was streaming, I'd get kept up, or if he was doing camera, you know, he'd have to turn his camera off and everything like that because his computer faces our bed, so.
Right.
There's also some logistical problems.
Yeah, there's also like the way of like each have their turn on streaming, like with a little organization you can actually do that, but I believe you don't want your PC being used by other person, even if it's your partner, you know?
Oh, I don't mind him using my computer. I think more so he's the one who built it. He wants me to every single time that he's on like eBay or anything like that, he's looking for a way to upgrade my PC. And I get really nervous because I'm not just like I'm only kind of a gamer. I'm only kind of a computer guy. I don't know anything about computers. If this thing shit itself tomorrow, I wouldn't know what to do. I would have no idea what to do.
Yeah, it kind of happens the same to me. Like, I know what parts I want, but I also don't know what to do. Like, if I have to clean this thing, I am not cleaning it because I have the fear of just this thing losing
messing it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's basically like that. I know about tech, I know how to build a computer, but I am not doing it just because I don't want anything to go down, you know? It's way too fragile.
Yeah. Any upgrades, I get a little worried. Not because I don't think he's gonna do a good job, but because I know if something breaks, I can't fix it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a common danger on PC gaming in general. Well, PC in general. But yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, going back to Sly Cooper, right? You were mentioning that's a quote-unquote consistent series, right? Like it builds up from game to game, right?
Yeah, absolutely. There's some stuff that happens to the characters, like some of the bosses from the first game. Kind of beating them has consequences that you see in the next game. And it's a surprising amount of like growth and consistency through the characters. You know, in the first game, Sly is very, very cocky and he thinks that he can do anything. Mm-hmm. And by the third game, he's very mature. He's still cocky because that's just his personality, but he's more cautious about what he does affecting others, and it's pretty cool.
Gotcha. So, yeah, it's basically character development from 1 to 3.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, he also has like a team, right? I'm guessing all of them also go for that growth.
They do. I can't go too much into it because it'll spoil the whole game series. But there's a lot of growth and there's a lot of change that happens to the team, and it's always been very interesting to go back and. Have you ever watched a show and it's like 12 seasons deep and you go back to episode 1 and you're like, oh my god, they're babies?
Yeah, it kind of happens like that, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of change going on from one season to another. It's kind of amazing in some cases. In some others, yeah, there's completely different casts here.
Yeah, right? Yeah. I think throughout all of Sly Cooper, they kept the same voice actors and everything like that. I could be wrong, but
I mean, it can happen. Like, there's also different teams developing the games and stuff like that.
yeah, I haven't actually played the one where the new developer went on it because everybody said it was just garbage. And I don't want to ruin the love that I had for the series.
I mean, it takes a really bad game to ruin the perception you have on a series because, again, you have other, like, 2, 3 games that are amazing and build up a lot of stuff that you can always go back to. So, for one game to ruin a franchise, yeah, that takes a lot.
Yeah. Well, it was that bad.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It wasn't made by Sucker Punch anymore. It was made by some other company that didn't... Like, it felt like they hadn't even played the previous games. It was very out of nowhere type of thing, I believe.
So we're going for a Spyro Enter the Dragonfly type of situation.
Yes.
Here. Oh,
yes, absolutely.
No. Oh, that hurts a lot. Oh. My god. Well, it happens, I guess. It's a common thing back in the late 2000s.
I think so. Oh, there was another game that I played when I was a kid that I forgot about until now, but I think it's like considered the worst game in the franchise, and I loved it. I loved it. I loved Spirit Tracks, the Zelda game, Spirit Tracks. I loved it.
I mean,
I'm thinking about replaying it soon, actually, like off stream just for me. I was a handheld gamer. The only game I ever played on PC was World of Warcraft and Pharaoh. I don't know. I don't know if you've ever played that game.
That sounds familiar, but honestly, it could be anything, so I don't know.
It's like a city building management game, except I was like 8 years old and I didn't know how to play the game, so I was just on level 1 for I think 4 years of my life.
My god.
I just kept resetting it because all my houses would catch on fire and I didn't know what to do, so I just restart every time.
Oh no. Yeah, that's what happens when you get a management type of game when you're too young for it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, even now I go to play it and I don't understand it. I think maybe those aren't my types of games. I always run it into the ground, which is a little scary.
Thank you for the hydrate, and yeah. I mean, it kind of happened to me when I was playing, I think, Persona for the first time, Persona 4. I got it on the PS2, and once I reached the end of the first dungeon and let the first person just die, I just turned off the game and said, "Oh fuck it, I'm not playing this anymore."
Oh my god!
And I can say the exact same thing for Metal Gear because
Metal Gear, really?
Yeah, a friend of mine gifted me Metal Gear Solid 2: Sons of Liberty, right? And I boot up the game. I waited 10 minutes for the cutscene to end because I didn't give a shit about the story and I couldn't skip it, even though I retried the game over and over again. I tried to finish the first level. I got killed I think 5 minutes into the actual gameplay. And I said, nah, I ain't playing this. Nah, fuck it. It's way too much. It's way too much. I then tried to play Snake Eater because I also had it on hand. And the game didn't even boot up, so nah, fuck it.
Oh man.
Nah.
I've never played Metal Gear myself, but somebody that I know who's very important to me really loved Metal Gear. So even though I've never played the franchise and I have no idea what the game is actually about, I have such a deep love for the game just because somebody I care about loves the game. Do you have any games that are like that?
Yeah, somewhat that's how I got into Yakuza and Persona, funny enough. I got this friend that always gets into a franchise really hard and he always doesn't shut up about it, and I kind of love that because he just sells me the game really well. That's how I
Yeah.
That's how I got to try Yakuza, Persona, and Danganronpa, for example.
Oh, okay.
He was playing on like Discord one call, and he was playing. I think it was Danganronpa 2, and then I say, since I already watched him play Danganronpa 2 for the completion, for like complete story, right? I said, might as well give a shot to Danganronpa 1, and I ended up loving
Might as
it.
well.
Yeah, I ended up
Good.
loving it. All of them I ended up loving. Like Yakuza 0 and Persona 4, I give it a shot because I so happen to have Persona 4 Golden releasing on Steam, so why not? Give it a shot.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I ended up loving it. Like, really loving it. It's insane. But when it comes to like a franchise that I never touched but everybody loves is Metal Gear. The only Metal Gear game that I completed myself is just Rising. I love action games, and that game was one of my favorites. My god.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I think
go to the franchise again. Like, give it another shot now that I have a computer that I can actually just run the games myself. Yeah.
You should give it another shot. Especially because, maybe this time it won't like bug out or not work whenever you try to play it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not going to happen that way. Or at least I'm going to make sure it doesn't.
Yeah. Start hitting with a hammer until it works. That's the move.
That's the engineer way, yeah.
Yeah, beat it into submission.
Pretty much. Yeah. It's just when you have that friend that sells you the game to play and then you get into the franchise, it's actually really nice.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting to get into something because somebody that you care about is really into it.
Yeah.
There is another game that I got really into on the DS. Because I'm a DS gamer. I love Nintendo DS. Have you ever played Fantasy Life?
Fantasy Life? No. What is it
I
about?
will 100% recommend it. I love it so much. I cannot recommend it enough.
Ooh. What is it about?
It is a game about... Okay, how to explain? So, essentially, it is a game about life and interacting with others as you grow older. It follows the main character, and which is you. You're the main character, and this butterfly that for some reason can talk and speak. And there's a big crisis that's happening in the land, and the butterfly is kind of not what it seems, and it seems to have a lot of information about what's happening to the land. And it's trying its best to make sure that all of these countries that once were friendly to each other that are now kind of hostile can reconnect. And it's just kind of a game, the overarching plot is very sweet, but more importantly, kind of the subplots are talking about interpersonal relationships, and there's a couple plot lines about as a teenager, sometimes your parents make decisions that you just don't understand, you don't like, and there's a lot of conversation about the difference between a parent being overbearing or a parent actually helping you, and it's a very, very sweet game. It's very good.
Honestly,
but the gameplay itself is awesome.
What is the
It's
gameplay
so
about?
awesome. You run around and you hit stuff.
Oh, okay.
You collect a bunch of stuff.
That's a new one.
Yeah,
for
it's
DS.
really awesome.
Wow.
You also have like a bunch of different classes that you can be. So you can be like a paladin or like an archer. And they're called lives.
There's the Final Fantasy element. Nice.
It actually was released around the same year that Final Fantasy Online was released. So I don't think it really took anything. I think it was just the same idea. And it was you can swap between jobs freely, and some jobs you actually need to be able to advance in other jobs. Like you can be a carpenter, but then in order to get all the stuff that you need to build things, you can either buy it or you can be a woodcutter yourself. And so there's a lot of replayability there. I think I have like 300 hours in my one save file.
Wow.
And I started playing it again a couple months ago, and just in the very, very little free time that I have, I think I've put in like 100 hours on this new save file.
Wow.
Yeah, I love the game so much. If there was one game that I had to tell people, like, please go play, it would be Fantasy Life.
Fantasy Life.
It's so good.
Noted for next time. I was looking for some DS games to play outside of like the usual ones like Pokemon and Mega Man, you know?
Yeah. I think it's on the 3DS. I play it on the 3DS.
Okay.
It's really, really good.
Yeah,
I might play it after stream, actually.
Yeah, aren't you streaming after this?
I am.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna be playing a monster collector game.
Ooh.
I've never played it before.
It's I can think of a few, but I don't know, I'll leave it as a surprise. Why not?
Okay.
There is a lot of like monster catching stuff happening lately thanks to Pile World. My god.
Yeah, it's like a mix between like a farming sim and like a creature collector. It's quite cute.
Yeah, I kind of like it. Like I like the elements it has, like the building of like the building stuff, the crafting, the exploration, and the piles. I kind of like that.
Yeah, I've had a lot of fun with the game.
Also, the ragdoll physics are really funny.
They're really funny.
But yeah, it kind of reminds me a lot of like how is this game called? I think it kind of reminds me a lot of Minecraft, like the elements that some people use to like have all the villagers on different places with different occupations to have different stuff to buy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it basically reminds me of that.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's there's like a lot of like building hacks that you do to make things work, and I think that reminds me of Minecraft quite a bit.
Plus a different proficiency of the piles to do different stuff around the place is actually kind of like that. Kind of like the different occupations the villagers have. But it's way less, it's way more varied than the villagers because they do a lot of stuff like gardening, planting, cutting wood, mining, and stuff like that. It's kind of insane. And for an early access to be this packed up, it's actually kind of amazing. Like,
yeah, I was very, very happy when I was playing it.
Me too. Oh my god. No way, that's Mr. Fay. Mr. Fay underscore.
It's me, Mr. Here. Now I'm Mr. Feral underscore.
Ooh,
very official.
Reading glasses, nice.
Yeah, now I can see. This whole time I've been blind.
Let me check. Oh, not that one. There we go.
PhD.
The PhD. But yeah.
Now we both can see.
Yeah. Well, technically I don't, but yeah. These are
technically you see worse. Yeah, you see worse. I see better.
Hey, there we go. Petting the dog. Yeah.
That's so cute.
Yeah, I actually love the fact that I can just have redeems thanks to Mix It Up. It's actually really nice.
Yeah, Mix It Up is definitely my favorite bot. I've tried Streamer Bot and I just didn't like it as much, but I do really love Mix It Up.
Mix It Up has a lot of like variety, and the stuff you can do with it is actually really nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, going back to a little bit to World of Warcraft, right? How long did you got into that? Like, what was the last update you played on that?
I got really into hardcore WoW. I kind of okay, so I'm a workaholic. I think that's important to say. every day I wake up, I think about work. During the day, I think, I could be working. And I'm genuinely excited to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So, when Dragonflight was released, that was about the time that I started streaming full-time. So I didn't get to play much of Dragonflight because I was busy streaming. But what I did play of Dragonflight, I really loved. I haven't played the new update. I think I was a couple updates into Dragonflight before I stopped playing. I played all of Shadowlands. But I've been playing World of Warcraft since it was released. Like, on release date, during the midnight release, I went to Best Buy and I stood 6 hours outside with my dad to get World of Warcraft. Like I've played from the beginning.
Wow.
Yeah. I was a little kid.
Yeah. By any chance, have you ever, like, wanted to stream it too? Like, add it to your content list?
I streamed World of Warcraft for a little bit. I streamed a lot of hardcore, actually. And I wouldn't mind. I would like to pick up playing hardcore WoW again on stream. I had a lot of fun with that. But when it comes to retail WoW, I think that's gonna be my thing for me. Just because I'm not super crazy about, raiding or any of the stuff that a lot of people find entertaining. My favorite time to spend in World of Warcraft is I turn into an owl and I fly around and I pick flowers and I go fishing, and that's it.
I mean, my idea of a good time in World of Warcraft is doing basically that, but instead of like picking flowers and doing stuff, I just like going from point A to point B to complete a mission. I just like doing that.
You like the mailman quests then?
Mailman, also the things that give me equipment, just side story, just give me stuff to do.
Yeah. There's no lack of that in World of Warcraft.
Yeah. That's why I kind of like World of Warcraft and wanted to get into it, but I am not paying a subscription, sorry. I don't have the money for it.
It's quite a bit. When that was another reason why I stopped playing so much. Whenever I left my job to stream full time, I tightened my belt quite a bit in terms of the things that I could buy. And it isn't until recently that I've been able to loosen that belt a little bit, which is an absolutely amazing thing, and I'm so thankful for my community.
Yeah.
So I might get back into WoW. It just depends on if that's something that my community would like to watch more hardcore. But if not, I have so many games that we can play,
There's a lot of the games in the docket, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot. I want to finish Skyrim. That's our next game. We're gonna, I had never played Skyrim before. The first time I played it on stream. I want to get back on Sir Stinkus, which is my Khajiit, and I want to actually finish the game.
Good lord, I think I finished almost every single like side quest on Skyrim before even reaching out trying to beat out Alduin. So god damn it. I think I even
there's a lot.
I think I even did DLC stuff that I shouldn't have done before finishing the game. On 300 hours
God.
plus on that thing, and I never finished it. My god.
Yeah, I'm excited to pick it back up. I'm really excited to pick it back up because I've been fiending for some Skyrim recently, and I held a poll and I asked my community what game they wanted me to start, because we do Minecraft Mondays where I play Minecraft and I do it with crowd control so they can kill me if they want to.
Ooh.
It's a lot of fun. They can also be nice to me, but mostly they are nice. But when they're mean, they take all my stuff and they drop anvils on me. Or they make it zero gravity, so I fall to my death.
I'm so mean.
Yeah, Munchie is definitely one of the guilty parties in terms of taking all my shit from me. My sword, I had a really good sword and Munchie took it.
Oh no.
And then spent the time, energy, and money to spawn another one in, give it all the enchants that I had, and then take it away again just to hurt me.
Wow.
It was crazy.
Cool.
But the options for not just Minecraft, but so I do Minecraft every Monday, and then I have a sub server where we play Minecraft all together. But I wanted to do something else. I wanted to have a game that we actually sit down and get through before we... lost my tracking.
Oh.
Yeah, my phone crashed. Hold on.
Oh, no.
Oh. It's okay. I'll just be green for a second.
Okay.
Never mind.
You can do that. I can just... Oh, there we go.
Thank you.
No problem.
Sorry about that.
No, you're fine. We can still hear
I need like
you,
a fan for my phone or something.
I will use this little like break time to a BRB. I also need to use the bathroom real quick. So, BRB. Alright, let's go back here and boom. There we go. Hey, we're back. Someone must have used crowd control.
Yeah, they used it to take my model and kill me.
I've learned the other day that you can actually do that. If you like mix it up, you can actually have toggles work with channel points, which is kind of cool.
Oh yeah. I've got a bunch of toggles on channel points set up. I've got a lot.
I need to play around with that more. I just have a headpad for the 2D models and stuff like that. I need to play with more like that. I have a lot of accessories in this model, as you can see, so I can actually play with those a little.
Yeah. Like I've got let's see, I've got a head pat. Let's see if it works. Did it work? No,
I don't see it.
Oh, that's because I have mix it up. I turned mix it up off. Oh my god, that was hard to say.
Yeah, it's fine. What else? Oh yeah. What games do you have on that list that you mentioned before? Like, I could mention a few of mine, but I would like to know of yours first.
Yeah. So I've got Grounded. I've played quite a bit of Grounded. I'd like to get through it. I've got Stray. Have you played Stray?
No, but I've heard of it, and I actually kind of want to play it by my own because it sounds like a chill game to just.
Yeah.
You know, sit down one night. I have nothing else to do and just want to chill. Yeah, that sounds like my kind of game.
Yeah. I've got Cult of the Lamb. I got really into it, but I never finished it. I want to finish it.
Now that it's a new update and everything, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I've got Cuiseneer. Have you played that or heard of it?
No, I have never heard of it. What's that about?
It's like a mix between a roguelike and a diner dash, like kitchen management game. It's really cool. So you run a kitchen, like you run a restaurant, but then you also go out and you get the ingredients by like killing monsters and stuff.
Okay, it's kind of like Moonlighter too then. Like,
I don't know. Maybe
Moonlighter-
I've
Moon-
never played that.
Moonlighter has a similar concept, but instead of a kitchen and a restaurant, you have a store and you need trinkets to sell. So you go down to the dungeon and just get the trinkets to sell.
Oh, that's cool, actually. I like that. That
Yeah.
sounds good. Maybe I'll add that to my list.
Yeah, Moonlighter is pretty cool.
I've got Soma. Oh my god. Don't get me
Ooh.
started on Soma. Don't even. God, I hate that game. I hate that game so much. I think if I had to say top 10 games I hate, sorry, top 2, the only 2 games that I can say with confidence I hate is Soma and Garfield Kart.
Well, Garfield Kart is kind of deserved, but I'm wondering, why do you hate Soma?
Cause it scares me! It
Oh.
scares me!
Don't play Alien Isolation then.
I'm bad at it. No, I don't think Alien Isolation is gonna be an issue. I think
Hey.
it's that I hate Soma because it's the game is okay. I'll tell you why.
Okay.
I don't mind scary games. That's not an issue for me. The
Alright.
issue is when the game punishes you for trying to learn something. So when you only have one option, right, to go through,
Mhm.
but you've never played the game before and you don't have any instructions and there's no hints as to why something behaves the way it does, for it to then punish you for learning, I hate it. It pisses me off. But I said I'd finish the game, so I gotta finish the stupid game.
Oh, goddammit.
I hate this game. I hate this game so much.
Uh.
Soma and Garfield Kart are the only 2 games I have ever rage quit.
Yeah, Moel actually agrees with you here. Fuck Garfield Kart. And I agree on that
she
too.
was there.
My god, I cannot
Yeah.
press start on my controller without the game closing.
Yeah, it's rough.
just
Garfield Kart's
bullshit.
rough.
Oh my god. Uh,
Rough.
yeah. Good lord. And I played a lot of trash games in my heyday, you know? Your Simpson Wrestlings, your Shadow the Hedgehogs, I 100%ed both of them. And I
Dang.
good lord. You will think like, ooh, if a wrestling game with the Simpsons character, this is wacky, might as well give it a shot. Don't. Just don't. don't
Wait,
save
but
yourself
I-
the torture.
Wait, but I love the Simpsons Hit and Run. I loved that game.
That game is awesome, but there
So
there
good.
is 2 games that you need to keep away of, and those are Simpsons Skateboarding and Simpsons Wrestling.
Oh my
Trust me.
god.
Trust me, Flanders is literally broken with the power of God. So yeah,
My god.
yeah.
Maybe I'll play it and I'll just play Flanders. Then it won't be broken if I'm playing the broken one.
Yeah, good luck unlocking him. That's the thing. You need to unlock
I
a lot of the
see.
cast. I think you have access to the Simpsons family, Barney, and Willie. Like, that's
Oh,
all.
not really.
Willie's actually really good. But yeah, that's I think all the characters you have at the beginning. But yeah, Simpsons Skateboarding, all other games. Yeah, nah. Good lord. Okay, the playlist just stopped. What? There we go. Alright. But yeah, there's a lot of bad games that I can speak of, but honestly, I played a lot of bullshit on my career so far, on my life. And yeah, there's a lot of bad, there's a lot of good. And you tend to appreciate some of the bad too, but when it comes to a game that just infuriates you and you don't want to just know anything about, yeah, I get you. It's so stupid sometimes.
Would you like to hear the most controversial gaming thing I've ever done?
I've always looked for those, so go ahead.
I refunded Baldur's Gate.
I don't blame you.
Wait, but why do you think that? Because it's probably different.
I mean, I have my reasons as to why someone will not be into a huge RPG with a metric buttload of hours that you need to get into. That is basically just a D&D campaign in video game form. That's all the reasons I can think of why you will refund a game like that. Either that or doesn't run on your computer or the device you have.
It was actually because I didn't have anyone to play with.
That makes a lot of sense too. Like, this is a kind of game, like I said, it's a D&D campaign. You want to have people in it. Like,
yeah, I refunded it, and right after I refunded it, people were like, "Oh, do you want to play?" And I was like, "Well, shit."
I can.
But also, looking back at it, at the game, I think I wanted to like it really bad. I really love the characters and I love the storyline that I've seen. But I think that it's something that is best for me to watch, not for me to play. I have a lot of games like that, actually. Growing up, I wasn't the one that played the games. My sister would play a game and I would sit and I would watch her.
Mhm.
And then from there, when I got a little older, I started playing the games. And then I had friends like in middle school and in high school that would come over and ask like, "Hey, can I watch you play this game?" So I would play the game for them, not necessarily for me. And so my entire experience with gaming has been as a way to enjoy time with someone else, which I think is why streaming is so important to me. But I never really got into gaming just for me, and I think Baldur's Gate was something that I really wanted to love because so many people that I care about are just head over heels for it. But I think it's just better that I watch and not that I play.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense. Like, the reason why I got into gaming so much is because I started watching my dad play on his PS1, right? And those were good times. But then he just decided to give me the PS1. Like, he gave me his PS1 with a bunch of games: Crash Bandicoot 3, Marvel Super Heroes vs. Street Fighter, and I think it was Resident Evil 3 and Metal Gear Solid 1. Guess which one of those four I didn't play? Spoiler alert,
Metal
there's
Gear?
two. There's actually two. I wanted to because everybody I know loves these two series. Like everybody I know just has praise for some of these games, and I cannot for the life of me get into them. Like Resident Evil 3 and Metal Gear 1, as much praise as they get, I don't get it. I cannot. For the life of me, I cannot. It's insane.
That's fair.
But yeah, I played the living crap out of Marvel Super Heroes and Crash Bandicoot 3. Those are my favorite things of the PS1.
Did you ever play the Rayman games?
Yes, actually, one of the games that I also wanted to 100% complete back in the day, but never managed to. I always got into like I think 97%. It's Rayman 2 on the PS1. I love that game.
Is that the one where the... Okay, I feel like the Rayman franchise is just like a fever dream.
It is a fever dream.
The only thing I can remember about it is this level where you have to be a frog that you blow up.
That's, I think...
Did I make that up?
That might be a thing on Rayman Legends.
When did Rayman Legends come out? Hold on.
I think that's I don't know, 2012? Rayman Legends or Origins, whichever
2011 was Rayman Origins. But that...
I mean, that one or Rayman Rush, those two you can play as Glowbox, and that's the frog you mentioned, like a blue frog that they just can fly. Or, well, hover in the air.
Yeah, it was just a, Oh, maybe it was Rayman Rush.
Rayman Rush /M/Arena. It has like 3 different names, I don't know why.
It was Rayman Rush. I've got to replay this. Game immediately.
It's a racing. It's the slowest racing game I've ever seen, but it's actually kind of fun. And the soundtrack goes so hard, it's insane.
Wait, is it a racing game?
It is a racing game. Funny enough,
okay,
it is.
then that's not the game that I'm thinking of. Hold on.
If the other one, it's a 2D platformer. Rayman Origins and Legends are both that.
Okay, Rayman Origins.
Mochi says here, my mom blames my dad for getting me addicted now I'm making her a gamer. Nice.
It's not Rayman Origins either.
Huh. Then Those are the only games that I know you can play as Glowbox. So
It was the Hoodlum Havoc, I believe. This looks right.
Oh, Rayman 3.
Yeah, it looks like. I think there was. Yeah, because I played Rayman 3 around the same time that I played Pac-Man World.
PS2. PS2 then. Because
Yeah.
Rayman 3 is on the
Yes.
PS2 game. Yeah.
Yeah, it was PS2. Man, I want to replay that Hoodlum Havoc.
Rayman 3 Hoodlum Havoc. Yeah, I want to replay Rayman 2 on the better version now, because I played the PS1 version and many people say that's the worst version of it. So I want to.
Yeah.
It's technically it's not bad at all. Like, I actually had a lot of fun, but there's a lot of content missing compared to like the PS2 version for what I saw. So once I get the chance, I'm getting that game. Like, I'm getting the PS2 version. Because
That's awesome.
the Rayman 2 The Great Escape is one of my favorite games of all time. It's absolutely good. Like, it's insane.
There was a Rayman game that was like a kind of a mini game, like a party game almost.
Rayman Raving Rabbits. That's the one you're mentioning. That's
that one was on the Wii. I'm talking about one before that.
Before that was a party game?
Yeah, I think so. Let's see.
I think
so. It had like the doctor, like with the bolts sticking out of his head.
The Doctor Bolts sticking out of his head. I cannot remember a game like that at all. So it might be one of that, or one obscure one that I don't know.
I gotta look into it later at some point. It was yeah, it had I'll have to try and find it. It was like early 2000s party game on like oh, what was it? On PS1? Maybe?
A party game on the PS1? That's a rare combination I've never heard of. So yeah, it might be a thing, who knows.
Oh, Crash Bash. It was Crash Bandicoot.
Crash Bash. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I've played that one. Yeah. Hell.
Crash Bash was so good.
Yeah, if you have friends to play, yeah, that game is amazing with friends. But the adventure mode is kind of boring. And a lot of grinding.
I never played the adventure mode.
Oh, yeah, cool. Okay, you saved yourself. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I played it with my sister and my cousins growing up. My mom would sometimes play, but that was like a special occasion. And she would beat our ass at the game so bad. I have no idea. She never played video games, but for some reason, she would just dominate at Crash Bash.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I love Crash Bash, too. Like, it's a really fun game if you have people to play.
Yeah, really good game. I want to play it again. All of these like Rayman games, Crash Bash, Crash Bandicoot was always a good time.
Oh yeah.
I'd love to replay.
You're talking to someone that dedicated like most of the PS2 library and PS1 to Crash Bandicoot. I played a lot of those games, all of the mainline ones.
Very good.
The only ones I'm missing, funny enough, are the ones on the GBA. Those I still need to complete once at least. I played them, but never finished them. I actually need to give them a shot. But yeah, if I have to recommend Crash Bandicoot games, I don't know where to start. PS2 one, just go for Twin Sanity. That's the funniest one you can get.
I'll write it down. Let me see. What other Crash Bandicoot games were there?
There is also Crash Bandicoot: The Wrath of Cortex. If you are interested in the racing games, there's also Nitro Kart and Tag Team Racing. And then you have the reboots that are basically meh, like Mind Over Mutant and Clash of the Titans. Yeah.
I actually don't think I ever played any of the actual Crash Bandicoot games. I think I just played Crash Bash.
I mean, there's always a chance you have either the Insane Trilogy or play the original ones on PS1.
Yeah, I'm looking at them and they don't seem very familiar to me though.
Yeah, it might be. Like, they are mostly single player games, so if the only experience you have with Crash is Crash Bash, It makes sense.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, giving him a shot.
Yeah, I think
whenever you have the time. Those are really good platformers.
I will. I'll have to check it out. I'm not so good at platformers actually. They stress me out.
Oh yeah.
I think the only platformer that I really got into, or that I wanted to get into, but just never had the time to, was Little Big Planet, I think is what it's called.
Yeah, the one on the PS3 with little like Sackboy, which is like a puppet. Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
I always saw it and I played a little bit of it, but I never had it myself.
I mean,
so I would love to play it at some point.
If it makes you like more interested in it, they released recently a new game for like Sackboy specifically, like a Little Big Planet quote unquote spin-off. That is actually a collectathon platformer. So if you're ever interested in starting the series, go for it. It's on PS5, but hey, it's a cool game.
I do not have a PS5, and I'm not gonna buy a PS5 for Sackboy.
No. You have to have a long catalog of games if you want a PS5 for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, now you have one. It's a good start.
Yeah.
Fame Mario Galaxy.
I loved Mario Galaxy. Mario Galaxy was really good. I never actually got to play Mario Sunshine myself, but I watched my friends play it, and I love the music.
Yeah.
I'd love to play Sunshine and what was the other game that I played on the Wii all the time?
Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, Sunshine, and I think there's also Mario Kart Wii. If you have the multiplayer for that, that's super fun.
Yeah, I didn't have multiplayer for Mario Kart. We just like at family gatherings and stuff, we would play Mario Kart. I got into Twilight Princess, but again, it was like difficult for me, so I never really got very far in it. And then also we had what's it called? Oh, the Pokemon Park games I actually really love.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Pokemon Park. Do you mean Stadium? No, wait, Stadium is the GameCube.
Nah.
Never mind.
Yeah, well, I played that one too. Pretty much every single Pokemon spin-off game I've played. But Poke Park, you play as a Pokemon and you run around and you do like little quests for other Pokemon to bring friendship back to Poke Park. It's really cute, actually.
Oh, it's kind of similar to Mystery Dungeon, but you're just in a park.
Kind of. The gameplay is very, very different.
Oh, yeah,
you're not like a person turned into a Pokemon or anything like that. You're just kind of. It's very cute. I would like to play that game again. Actually, it's another one that I'm writing down right now.
Hey, there we go. I actually need to.
There we go.
After the stream, I actually need to get myself something to eat and organize that list. I actually need to organize what I'm going to play for the rest of the year. I got a hold of like a special version, modded version of Shadow the Hedgehog that will make my life a little bit easier. So yeah, I might go for that one, but I don't know.
I actually forgot about eating. My stomach just grumbled really bad, and I need to cook myself something before I start my own stream.
Yeah. Speaking of, I think we have enough time here, so I'm guessing you are going to eat something and then stream?
Yes, yeah, I gotta go cook something.
So, in that case, do you have anyone would you like to recommend as a raid target?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I think I know who you're going to recommend, but shoot it.
I can imagine. I would love for us to raid into Sneb.
Hey, we go for the cat. Why not? Let's go.
That's my best friend. I would love to.
Yeah, I love Sneb. Let's go.
Hello, Snebby.
Let's go. So yeah, we're going to raid Soto Sneb now. What are they doing, by the way? I didn't check. Oh, Infinite Craft. Infinite Craft.
Yeah, she's doing some Infinite Craft. She was chatting a little earlier.
Alright, as per usual. That's another person I actually want to invite again. Invite once more. I tried a few times, but I always like fear that they are not the type of person who will show up for a gaming tag show.
I will say that Snev does not game very much. And so I think she would talk about Elden Ring for a while, but I will say if she says no, don't take it personally. It's just she doesn't play video games.
No, I get it. I got a no before, and it's the exact same reason you said. So I don't mind that. Just asking again, just in case, because I saw what she did on Elden Ring. So why not, you know? But still, not hard feelings or anything towards them. I love them, so it's just there. But I'm going to eat something and then plan out what I'm going to do next week. So before rating anything, might as well. For those who are here and don't know Faye, they stream. So if you want to check out their socials, just !TG and you have their card over there. And for the playlist, if you guys are interested in just the tunes we were playing, GPL, you get the playlist we were using towards the stream. So yeah, go give it a listen and go check Faye's socials. Why not? And yeah, that will be it for me. If you guys want to follow me, you have my socials down in the About page. And yeah, we're going to rate on Snap right now. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight, and be seeing you guys later. Bye!